And when it comes to team building, GA, there's been a debate about whether the 2-star or 3-star approach is more effective.
Kevin, for me, I think it comes down to fit more than anything. It doesn't matter how many stars you have if they don't mesh and if they're not comfortable in the role that's carved out for them on that respective team.
So for Chicago right now, they've got John Collins, De'Aaron Fox out there with Walter. Then there's Desmond Bane. And it's Strother in at the 4. And Boston has possession. Following De'Aaron Fox's three-point attempt, Tatum, the turnaround jumper. Count it.
Now that mid-range jumper is so on point. Jason Tatum is a 3-level scorer.
Pass to Walter. There are some who will say, GA, there are too many threes being taken in today's NBA. What are your thoughts on that?
Hey, if we're cutting back on something, how about free throw? The three-point shootout is arguably the best part of All-Star Saturday, but nobody wants to watch a free throw contest.
Now here's Brown, following the missed shot by De'Aaron Fox. Can't hit from 12.
Taking what the defense gives you, exactly the shot you want, just doesn't go in.
Pass to Walter. Here's Collins. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got rebound number 13 with that last one. Peeler passes to Tatum. Now here's Brown. Shot clock at 6. Over Bane. And it's Brown missing.
Boy, he's trying to give this team a spark, but the bucket simply will not go down.
Fox, the bounce pass. Pass to Walter. And it's off from three-point range.
You know, things haven't clicked for him offensively, but other guys around him, give them credit. They're filling in the gaps.
Here's Brown. Takes a 3. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk. And now it's time for our presentation of the player of the game, De'Aaron Fox.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
And this is exactly what a star player is supposed to do. Coming off a loss, he made sure they weren't going to make it 2 in a row.
And he's finally getting the feel from beyond. His second 3 of the half right there.
And here is Garland. Pass to Peeler. From past the arc. Offensive rebound. Here's Klingon. Well, it was only a matter of time that they finally get the bucket.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
Buries the long-range jumper.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Garland feeling it out a little bit. Pass to Klingon. Out to the wing. Launches a 3. Goes back up. And it's good on the way in.
Offensive rebounding, a big part of the game right now. Teams love to send extras to the glass.
Back to Fox. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. Klingon's got his 16th rebound on the night. Garland kicks to Brown. And just the way pilots use VR to train, now NBA officials can do the same.
Yeah, it's all about reps, right? Getting them with the headset in a lower stress setting helps prepare them to make the right call when the lights are brightest.
Here's Fox after the basket by Boston. It's over Garland. Jaylen Brown with the rebound.
He might be forcing things a little bit right now. Credit the defense for how they're playing him.
Back to Garland. Nice ball movement by Boston. from about 19 feet. Not enough on that one as it misses. Chicago leading by 20. Pass to Strother. Here's Walter. From the arc. Connects from three-point range.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. The Bulls making a switch here. Kessler's checked in. Here's Tatum. Lots of room. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Collins looking around. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. We all hear about AI in the workplace, and I don't mean Allen Iverson, although we could put him in the workplace. Greg, now teams are using computers to break down the action.
Yeah, able to use camera tracking to assess credit and blame, right? So maybe the little things in winning plays that went unnoticed, they won't be overlooked much anymore.
But Jason Tatum worked hard, being comfortable in tight windows off the dribble drive. That was a nice-looking move.
Back to Fox. From deep. Rebounded by the Celtics. Brown's got 7 rebounds in the game. Outside Garland. There's a minute 40 left to play here in the fourth. Pass to Tatum. 5 to shoot. A terrific shot on a turnaround. Tatum's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Well, just one more example of his offensive arsenal. So tough to stop.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Chicago.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with 1 game left against this squad.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Desmond Bane.
So highly effective on the offensive end. At times, this guy just scoring at will.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group.
Yeah, he cuts the deficit a little bit, but not as much as he could have. 1 miss can make a big difference.
Inside, Sevic, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Now, here's Tatum. Here's Cole. Sinks the three-pointer. Smooth sailing for Chicago. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Bane with the screen on Garland. Here's Porter. And Klingon pulls it down. Outside Tatum. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and the rest of our terrific 2K crew, this is Kevin Harlan. Hope you enjoyed our broadcast. So long and good night, everyone.
Here's Yakichonis. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And one key for quality teams in this league, beating the opponents you're supposed to beat. What goes into that, Greg?
Well, B.A., they call them trap games. An opponent that, on paper, isn't up to your level, especially when they're missing key guys. The thing is, can you find that juice to take care of business?
Zion Williamson out there with Avdia. Then they're Sharp, and it's Martin in at the one. Risacher, no good.
Well, his three-pointer just hasn't been there in the second half.
Williamson looking around. Nice ball movement by Los Angeles. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Avdia. That one rolls around and rims out.
The defense really didn't do enough to alter that shot. It's simply a miss.
They grab their own miss. Sorber with a bucket.
Everybody appreciates that extra effort on the glass.
Los Angeles leading by 16. Williamson outside. And Williamson throws it down.
And Zion living up to his full potential tonight. He can be a terrifying matchup when he's playing with energy.
Now here's Risacher. There's the triple. Sharp grabs the miss. Williamson outside. Pass to Sharp. Williamson outside. Avdia outside. Here's Martin. Risacher covering. Carton with the bucket. Martin's got 5 points now this quarter.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
Yeah, we talk about winning basketball all the time and what it looks like. Well, that defense right there, that's the opposite of that. The defense doing just enough there to affect that shot.
Outside Sharp. Pass to Martin. 4-3. Sinks it from distance. Martin's got 11 in the second half.
He's hit a pair of threes each half, making a significant impact.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Here's Yakichonis. And he hits the jumper. Well, he's been waiting a while for that one.
After a forgettable first half, he is turning it on now. You love to see this kind of resilience.
Johnson against Williamson. It's stolen by Johnson. To the middle. Boom! He jams it straight down.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
What a great sequence. You gotta love the effort. That's big time.
Now here's Williamson. Martin outside. Outside Sharp. Pass to Avdia. Over Risacher. The rebound by Atlanta.
It's been a rough quarter for him. I think patience can help. Take the shots that are there. Don't force it.
And the layup is good off the glass. Risacher's got 20.
You know, they're really being bullied right now defensively. 8 of the last 10 points have come from inside.
To the wing on the left. Here's Williamson. Goes back up. And the layup is good. And the Clippers lead by 20.
Great at jumping into action on these plays, saving that possession for his team.
Pass to Risacher. Here's Sorber. There's the three. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Avdia's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Yeah, just hasn't been able to find his rhythm offensively, and that's having a ripple effect.
Now here's Martin. Williamson outside. 4 on the clock. No good on the triple.
When you're not at your best, it is great to have teammates who will pick up the slack.
Three-pointer Yakichonis. Sharp grabs the miss. Sharp's got 7 rebounds in the game. And we've heard some coaches complain about short turnarounds on back-to-back legs. Would you like to see more done there?
Well, for those late starts when you arrive at the hotel at 2 or 3 in the morning and you've got to play the next night, those are certainly rough. But I feel like the league has done all they can, eliminating back-to-backs as much as they can. And certainly there's an emphasis on recovery and rest at all costs.
Los Angeles leading by 20. Pass to Williamson. Martin outside. Lets a floater go. And he lays it in. Martin's got 10 points now, just in this quarter.
Wow, what skill level to get that floater up and in right there. Nicely done.
Three-pointer Yakachonis. Avdia pulls it in. Avdia's got rebound number 7 tonight. There's a minute 40 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Martin. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
The first free throw is good. And Atlanta making a change here. Murray's checked in. That one's no good. And Atlanta shooting only 38% from the floor. Not great.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Clippers.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And this win will give them 12 on the year thus far.
And I'm sure they're happy to get even for what happened the last time these teams met.
And we get spoiled sometimes, but we should take a second to appreciate what a sensational performance this has been for Zion Williamson.
If this were a crime scene, he would be questioned because his fingerprints are all over it.
Yakachonis, this shot is good. Los Angeles shooting is around 55% so far. On the wing, Jones. Nice ball movement by Los Angeles. Here's Martin. Rebounded by Johnson. Inside. The three from Reza Shea. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Pass to Rogers. Jones feels it out. Softly drops in the floater.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
Yeah, the atmosphere in this arena has been unbelievable. Great all-around effort by everyone to put this game away.
So it's Los Angeles picking up the win. We saw two different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see how it all came together.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Grant Hill, Tim Legler, and Ali LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation. See you next time.
Outside Bryant. Pass to Smith. Lets it go from deep. Hassel misses. For Memphis, they've gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. And Greg, you were a point guard. How has that position evolved over the years?
Well, if you think of how much more of the court that has to be covered and the style, you have to score more now to play the position. I think shooting becomes incredibly important. And then defensively, with all the switching, you got to be able to hold up against size and play all over the floor.
On the floor for San Antonio, they've got Stephon Castle. Jabari Smith is out there with Wembanyama. Then there's Harper. And it's Bryant in at the 3, the small forward. Well, we all love teams going all in to win. But, Richard, some teams run that risk, and it does not work out.
But that's the risk. These windows are so small. If you believe that you have a chance to go all in, or if you have a 2-year window, it's okay to leverage the future in hopes of getting it done now.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor.
And he's just adept at scoring in so many ways. It's clear Porter very comfortable operating inside.
Quinn kicks to Fisher. Pass to Quinn. Just 5 to shoot. Nojewicz off target from 3-point range.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
And a look now at San Antonio's upcoming schedule. On Friday, and then on Monday.
And looking at the Philadelphia matchup, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
Terry's checked in for the Spurs. Starks comes in for Wallace.
And to put things simply, this has not been his quarter.
They grab their own miss. And a wide-open look for Porter. A 3-pointer is right on target. Porter's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really, right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Here's Quinn. Fisher outside. Porter looking it over. And again, it's the Spurs from deep. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for San Antonio.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflection.
That's been all night long. And also dominating the offensive boards, and that's been winning them a lot of extra looks at the hoop.
Greg, one thing that doesn't show up in the box score, and maybe should, screen assists. They're a big part of the game.
Without question. I mean, the art of setting a great screen, I think, is underappreciated. Giving those guys their just due with the screen assist on a made bucket is, I'm fine with that.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Here's Quinn. Stripped away. Pass to Saraf. Here's Dosunmu. Clock at 6. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Saraf can't hit.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Fisher outside. There's the drive. Over Saraf. And that one's good from Fisher. Fisher's got 6 in the quarter.
You can see the change in approach from him since the break. He's been a menace after being held scoreless in the first half.
Up top, Porter. Takes it off the glass. Porter's got 24 points.
This man is on fire. His team is winning, and it doesn't get better than that.
Fisher looking it over. Porter pulls it in.
Just an ugly show from him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped.
Here's Saraf. Good, and a nice assist from Porter.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Fisher outside. Shoots over Dosunmu. Another miss by Fisher. Here's San Antonio now. They're on a 17-5 run here. A three-pointer off the mark. And for Memphis, they're shooting the ball at 42%. Here's Gray. There's Porter with the three. Hits it from three-point range. 27 points for him.
And he's made his mark on offense especially. They got to be thankful he's on their squad.
Pass to Quinn. Here's Beranger. The fader. And good as it just snugs right down through the net. And the Spurs with possession. Now here's Porter. Here's Gray. Quinn grabs the rebound. On the wing, Fisher. Knocks down the three ball. Fisher's got 9 points in the quarter.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Pass to Furphy.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
And as the NBA gets more involved in global basketball, Richard, you and I were just talking about this. Commissioner Silver wondering about shortening games to 40 minutes. What are your thoughts?
Well, in the game of 2K, I think the sweet spot is about a 5-minute quarter. But in real life, if you change 48 minutes, there will be a revolt.
The putback. Here's Beranger. It's hauled in by Michael Porter. Porter's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for San Antonio.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Victor Wembanyama.
Oh, he was at the center of everything that happened in this game. His energy was felt throughout the building, and his impact, well, it was incredible.
Here's Saraf following the score by Memphis. Puts it up from 12, and it's Fisher with the rebound. And so it's Memphis with it. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Quinn. 6 to shoot to the inside. Launches it. Saraf with the rebound. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that about wraps it up. Along with Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you so much for watching tonight's presentation. So long, everyone.
Here's Newell, defended by Jackson. To take the lead. Utah grabs the miss.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
So the Jazz 5 right now. We've got Bailey. He's out there with Jackson. And it's Jones in at the 2. The Cavaliers have gotten 4 of 9 shots to go in during this fourth quarter. Pass to Newell. Well, the jumper's good from inside 6 feet. Newell's got 6 here in the quarter.
He's getting it done offensively, making winning plays at every turn.
Diaz, pass to Bailey. Clock at 6. Count it. And the Jazz lead by 1.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Here's Malawach. Following the bucket by Utah. Cleveland working the ball around now. The 3 is up. The shot misses. And for the Jazz, they're shooting pretty well at 45%. Here's Parks. No good from outside. The Cavaliers have gone 5 of 11 so far in the fourth. Pass to Wingate. Beyond the arc. Ooh, he's now 7 for 12.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Well, with him, he's dangerous because he's so confident. He wants to deliver in these moments.
Right. And Cleveland, another 3.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
Pass to Theus. Here's Bailey. Here's Parks. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter.
Fast break, Utah. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Cleveland.
Well, look, you have to be able to count on energy and effort every night, and they're showing a lot of it with their transition buckets.
You also can't ignore the good job they've done rebounding on the offensive end tonight. That hustle has been well rewarded with second chance points.
Well, you talk about a guy who could start for any team in the league. That's what Jaren Jackson is all about.
Here's Newell, defended by Jackson. The fadeaway. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got 5 rebounds in the game. Jones finds Jackson. Here's Parks. From down in the low post, it goes. Parks got 20.
If he wants to make an impact, this is the time. That's only his first bucket in 5 attempts this quarter.
Pass to Newell. With some arc. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Parks. To the paint. Ooh, poked away. Here's Newell. Here's Malawach. Here's the pick. To the inside. Oh, hammer it home.
Nice.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. Timeout, Jazz. Utah making a switch here. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to the Jazz coach address his team. And Coach had a very specific message for his guys. He said, quote, control what we can control. Play our game, and the rest will take care of itself. Solid message, if you ask me.
Appreciate the report, Allie. And Cleveland has possession. Following the bucket by Utah. And he gets the friendly roll as that one goes.
Stepping up in the big moment. I mean, an incredible job of finding his shot.
Nice job taking the initiative. Coaches will encourage you to take that if you have a good look.
And they call an illegal screen here.
Well, that's just his first turnover of the game, so we'll give him a pass on that one.
Cleveland shooting around 53% in the fourth. "14 feet away. Bailey pulls it down.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Here's Parks. Jaquez covers.
Personal foul. 14 foul.
Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Yes, sir, with the 3.
You want to run your offense through him, a reliable scoring option.
Here's Wingate. Can't hit it. Oh, the shot is off.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without a foul.
Jaquez. Oh, off target from downtown. Utah leading by 3. Outside Jones. Beyond the arc. Oh, it doesn't go. And for the Cavaliers, they're shooting the ball at 48% so far. Here's Newell, defended by Jackson. Yes, sir! That one goes! There's a minute 17 left in the fourth quarter. Now it's Jones. Puts up the tray. Cleared away by Jaquez. Here's Newell. Yes, sir! The finish with the jam.
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Timeout, Jazz. Here's Parks. Jones feels it out. Here's Bailey. He launches. Ooh, it doesn't go.
At this point, I'm not sure if it's the play calling or the player himself.
Here's Newell, defended by Jackson. No good from 3. Timeout, Jazz. Obviously not a lot of time to work with. What do you guys think we're going to see?
This is where your coaching is so important. They need a really good play now.
Well, they'll likely only get one shot at this. They need to make it count.
On offense, here's Utah. They trail by 1. Here's Parks. Jackson, the screen. For the win! And so it's Cleveland winning this one. That was an incredible night of hoops. A tremendous finish. They waited until the very last moment to seal it.
And so many times we see these close games won by the home team.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long, everybody.